Virgo. Hola, mi gente. Greetings. ¿Cómo estamos? How are we? It is Che Alexander. La negra tiene sazon. Sprinkled with sazon. Apothecary and botanica. Virgo, how are you, baby? I hope that you're well. Happy Cancer season. I have allergies and whew, I've been going through it. But if you're doing better than me, I want you to let me know in the comments, right? Let me know that you're doing better than me and that you are joyful and having an amazing time at this start of summer. We experienced the summer solstice last weekend, and it was beautiful and invigorating and rejuvenating for me. So I hope it was the same for you, fellow Earth sign. Lots of beautiful astrology in the sky at this time. Jupiter in Cancer. We had the new moon in Cancer last week. Mars being in Virgo gave us some extra oomph. There was a little bit of chaotic energy. Neptune was square Saturn in Aries, a little bit funky. And Mercury will be going retrograde July 17th to August 11th. But in the meantime, in between time, we are preparing for Uranus and Gemini, which is a beautiful, wide open breakthrough energy shift in our process of understanding structure and foundation and policies in the world, but also for our own lives. And so Virgo, this is your jam, right? This is spreadsheets and organizational tools and lists and calendars and checking it twice and seeing if it makes sense and if it's naughty and if it's nice and what needs to be done to handle it accordingly. So in this watery season, Virgo, I pray that you are tending to your emotional and mental wellness. Your mercurial energy is sensitive, more sensitive than people talk about it. So I hope that you're taking care of yourself. Now, with that said, I'm here with the July forecast to talk about what we can look forward to in the month of July for you, Virgo Collective. This is Sun, Moon, Rising, 10th House, Venus, Chiron, North Node. It's general. Take what applies. If it don't, let it fly, right? My books are currently open for all the things. Spiritual consultations, Spirit Speaks readings, limpiezas and cleanings at your home or my home or shipping you baths. The Botanica is also open for all your spiritual wares. Life is good. So if you need some spiritual supports in the same ways that I need stinging nettles, then definitely holler at your girl. With that being said, let's get into it. Spirit, holy angels, we ask that only spirits of light enter into this space and the spirits of darkness find their light elsewhere. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestra pan de cada día. Y perdónanos nuestras ofensas como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal, porque tuyo es el reino, el poder y la gloria, por siglos y los siglos. Amén. Hashem. Amén. Amén. Virgo. Virgo, I see a lot of standing still for you in this season. I don't know if some of you have been moving around too much and traveling for work, or a family was sick and you were tending to them. There was a lot of movement I feel in the first half of this year, and now Virgo feels stationary, feeling like they want to be stationary even if they're not. Like, even if you were super active in your physical body, exercising 3 times a week, now you may be feeling like, I need to just rest, chill, calm down for a second. And for those Virgos that resonates with, listen to your body, listen to your intuition. The air is on, so I hope that you can hear me okay. Yes. For some of you, Virgo, you need to be outside the same way that I need some damn air. You need to be outside, sitting on your porch, veranda. Book an Airbnb that has a porch or veranda. And just sit. Go to a park in nature. You don't need to be outside doing stuff. I feel like every time y'all go outside, you're doing shit. running to the post office, going to work, picking up an extra shift. Oh, don't worry about it. I got off work early. I can pick up your son for you and bring him back to the house. Girl, no, sit down. Boy. Sit. Chill. Oh, happy Pride. Happy Pride. Forgot to say that in my other videos. I'll fix that. I'll remedy that. So what do the Virgos need to know at this time? Bitch, do I read the cards? Do the cards read me? Okay? Number 12, Pisces, your sister sign. The hanged muse or the hanged man in suspension. Just wait. Just chill. This is literally what I saw. The hanged man energy. Just like pause. Reflect. There may be something that you see in stillness that you would never see in motion. There may be something that maybe you do need to let your imagination run wild because you are thinking too logically. Who had that? That was Cancer, I think. Virgo, if you have prominent Cancer placements and you're dealing with Cancers, go and listen to their message about logic versus intuition and how that gets in the way sometimes of your growth. Some of you need to take a real chill pill and assess how you've been doing things, and is it what you want to take into your next season? Because your birthday is coming up soon, right at the end of August. And so July may be a very reflective time for you as you prepare for your solar return. And maybe that's why the Cancer message is resonating here, because Cancer is going through that right now. Cancer is in their season, in their solar return. And then also, if you have Saturn in Aries, you're having your Saturn's return, right? So, or if you had Saturn in Pisces, you're just coming out of that return. So there's a lot of energy that could be affecting this. But you see this eye, this single solitary eye here at the top of this pyramid. That's the all-knowing eye, popular in Masonry. This is about your third eye, right? This is about what are you doing to tend to this space and what comes to that space. Virgo has strong intuition. The problem is you have anxiety that confuses the message. The physical body is governed. Virgo in the physical body governs the stomach, like the intestines, right? You usually have really shitty intestines, gastrointestinal issues. Probably as a Virgo, or heavy Virgo placements, Virgo in the 6th house, Virgo in the 8th house. Again, any of the placements that resonate here, North Node, 1st house, so that's rising, sun. You may have a GI specialist on call, right? You may have had several colonoscopies or different types of issues with your colon, digesting food, very nitpicky eaters, because your stomach is your first gut. I'm sorry, it's your first place of intuition, right? So there may be in this desire to show up in the 3D world, which is constantly your battle, Virgo. How do I show up as a good employee, a civil citizen, tax-paying, law-abiding, doing the right thing, versus kind of what lurks in the shadows of your mind, the deeper intrusive thoughts. Some of y'all want to smack all this shit over, but you're the manager, so you can't, right? So there's a lot of like, how I feel stuck. I feel stagnated in this position, how I've been showing up in the world. So how can I take this knowing that exists inside of me, this discomfort, with the way that I'm showing up, transmute it, transform it into something that works for everybody? Or is it time to shake the table? Virgo, for some of you, you are being asked to shake the table, literally. And I'm seeing this specifically in the workspace for this reading. It's showing up as literally, look at this, 7 of Wands here. You see how she feels confined? Like her wingspan is just enough. Just enough. She can stand up, but it's still a cage, right? There is still some dimensions in which she cannot fully expose herself, stretch herself, be herself, right? The Chariot is here in reverse, saying once again that there is a calling. Don't you see the threads here? There is something innate bursting through, dying to come through. There is something, some knowing here, trying to shine a light on the situation where you feel suspended. There is some esoteric, higher authority energy, some energetic here that is governing this feeling of oppression, cagedness, suspension, right? Again, this showed up in reverse. So there's a holding back of all these forces and all the king's men. So Virgo, your task here is to, one, Identify the light. What is this knowledge or intuition that is trying to peek through? What is this ambition or desire, this drive that is trying to come through? What is this esoteric knowledge, spiritual technology that is trying to connect with me? And then after that, after naming that, claiming that, you have to identify the cage. What is disallowing this thing from breaking through? Is it me, my own ego, my fear, my shame? Is it an external party or circumstance or situation that is hindering me from getting this knowledge, this light, from getting that promotion because I have the ambition, right? So there is some review that is happening here for you, Virgo. I'll take that. Look at that. Review. And this is what the review looks like. Sadness. Because there's tables you don't want to shake. Relationships you don't want to break. Contracts you don't want to break. Leo had a conversation about contracts. So what is the advice here for Virgo? How do they move through this stagnation, aside from what I've already said? Whoa. Look at this. Expensiveness, freedom. Look at how free she feels, as opposed to this. Her arms are wide open as well, but this doesn't feel as free as this, does it? She's exacting her entire wingspan as well, but it just, the energy is different, right? Ten of Pentacles here, some materials in this deck, and 3 of Inspiration or 3 of Wands. I feel like for some of you, Virgo, like I said, this is connected to the workspace, work vibes. Even if you are an entrepreneur, own your own thing, business owner, whatever, consultant, freelancer, I feel like there's a lot of heavy thought about legacy. How, yes, I love my life as a freelancer. I've been able to do what I want for the last 15 years, but I don't have health insurance, right? Like I have an IRA, but I'm not in a job with a 401k that matches my contributions. And so can I really continue on like this? If oh God, somebody don't want that message out. If I plan on continuing my life in this way, isn't sustainable for my legacy. I'm a damn tarot reader. You think we have a union? No. So I'm thinking, okay, I can have some online popularity. I'm selling products and I have this and that. But how does my daughter inherit the business? What does it look like past social media? With the way that the American president is showing up in the world, we may not have internet for much longer, right? So what we finna gonna do? I feel like a lot of you, Virgo, are asking yourself the same question. Ace of Swords is on the bottom, saying that there is some heavy decluttering in the mental space. What I'm gonna suggest to you, Virgo, because you are mercurial, is that I think the best advice here is to find someone safe to speak to. I'm particularly being asked to highlight mental health, so if you don't already have a therapist, you should look into one. If you haven't done therapy in a while, maybe it's time for you to do it again. If you've never tried it, maybe it's time to try it. If you're already in therapy, it may be time to switch the therapist or switch the style. Maybe you have graduated from talk therapy, but you need a more spiritual approach, someone who does EFT and tapping, somatic healing, someone who, maybe you need spiritual development with someone like me, who is a wellness consultant and spiritualist, where we can look at the emotional and physical impact, but as well as the spiritual impact in your life and why things don't feel as energetically aligned. But Virgo, I feel like this is the time where you are seeking help, mentorship, consultation in some way, because you've been holding and carrying a lot of heavy stuff, especially mentally, and it's time to bear some of that burden, break free of it, and allow yourself to roam free in the direction of what you truly want and not what you've been pigeonholed into. What is the oracle advice for the Virgo collective at this time, Spirit? Great teacher. What I just said. What I said. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Maybe you need a mentor. Maybe it's time to get initiated. Maybe it's time, right? And for those of you who that resonates with, you know who you are. You've been thinking about it for a long time. You've been watching that spiritualist on IG. You've been thinking about getting a reading with me. And every time I post about spiritual consultations and spiritual development, you're always curious, but you never do. You're saying push the button. George Bush the button. Ask the questions. Inquire, right? Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Again, you have to open up a little bit, Virgo. Trader, like trade, not a trader. Right? You have to exchange energy to create abundance. You are holding it in. This is what y'all do. We know this, right? You don't trust people. They gotta be smarter than you. You don't want to take advice from them. We get it. It's cool. No worries. But is it serving you? You cannot always be the smartest person in the room, Virgo. It's impossible. Not always. Not always. If you always the smartest person in the room, Virgo, you need to get the fuck about them rooms. That means that you are playing the role of the small fish in a big pond. You need to put yourself, the big fish in a small pond. You need to put yourself in different spaces so that you can learn something. Because you can't always be the smartest in the room, the brightest tool in the kit. You can't. You right? You need mentorship, you need guidance, you need community, you need friendship. Humble yourself. High priest, intend and create. Didn't I just say? I said it's time, right? Okay, high priest. High priest and great teacher. Mentorship, initiation, getting scratched in certain traditions, reading up on certain things. Maybe it's just following certain accounts, going to certain events, buying certain books. Maybe you need Power of the Psalms. Maybe you need to buy another Bible. Maybe you need to just connect meditation books, self-help books. Something is stuck here and you are in your head about it, Virgo, and you won't let people help you. The divine is trying to send you hints and winks and nudges to let you know it's time to expand your horizon so that you can feel whole again. I hope that was helpful for you, baby. If it was, like, subscribe, share, do the things. Come see me. My books are open. Again, spiritual consultations if you are a return customer or client. Spirit Speaks Tarot readings, Tarot Academy classes, all the things popping. Botanica open for all your spiritual wares and the things that you need. Baby, DM me, email me, holla at me if you got some questions for me. And if I can help, I surely will. Y'all be blessed. Happy July, y'all.